Here's another serving of Michelle's Learning Meal, where bite-sized lessons and insights are served. Welcome back to your channel, 21st Century Learners. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out new videos to watch. In today's lesson, your target is to explain what a speech act means and to identify the 3 types of speech act. So let's get started. As a startup, I want you to get a grasp of the following statements. You did a good job back there. You've been late for hours. Be a lifesaver. Join us here at Nature's Vanguard. Good day. Sorry, it was my mistake. Please observe social distance. I don't favor that suggestion at all. What I have presented are examples of speech acts. What is a speech act, by the way? A speech act is an utterance made by the speaker to achieve an intended effect. Some of the functions carried out by the speech acts are those examples which I presented earlier. And to recap them, we will use the acronym CIGAR. CIGAR. C for compliment, another C for complaint, I, invitation, G, greetings, A, apology, R for refusal, and another R, request. Each act contains a word, several words, a sentence, or several sentences. So, saying thanks, thank you for supporting this channel, I appreciate it much. All of these are showing appreciation regardless of the length of the sentence. Now we come to the 3 types of speech acts, popularized by J.L. Austin of 1962. Just a little backgrounder. Austin is a philosopher of language and the developer of the speech act theory, where he introduced the 3 types of acts in an utterance given the right circumstance or context. These are the Locutionary Act, Perlocutionary Act, and the Illocutionary Act. Now let's break them down. Let's take the first type of speech act. It is called Locutionary Act. This is the actual act of uttering. For example, please practice wow in this new normal. That is, wearing of mask, observing social distance, and regular washing of hands. Let's take the second type of speech act, which is the Illocutionary Act, which means the social function of what is said. For example, based from the statement or the Locutionary Act, which I made mention earlier, the speaker now requests the addressee to do the wow, which means wearing of mask, observing social distance, and regular washing of hands. Now let's take the third type of speech act, which is the Perlocutionary Act. It is the resulting act of what is said. The effect is based on the context in which the speech act was mentioned. For example, based from the Locutionary Act, please observe wow in the new normal would lead to letting the addressee do the wow, or the wearing of mask, observe social distancing, and regular washing of hands. J.L. Austin also introduced the concept of performative utterances. What are these, by the way? These are statements which enable the speaker to perform something by just stating it, provided these 2 criteria are met. Number 1, it was said by the right person. Number 2, it was said under the right circumstances. Let's take a look at this example. The first example, if a priest would say, I now pronounce you husband and wife in a church wedding, this speech act is considered a performative because those 2 criteria were met. 1, said by the right person. 2, under the right circumstance. On the other hand, the second example, if a firefighter would shout on the street, I declare martial law, is not considered a performative because the firefighter does not have the authority to say it. only the President himself. So for today's session, ladies and gentlemen, we have covered the definition of Speech Act, the types of Speech Act, and the performatives. That would be all for now. I hope this video was helpful. If you have some reactions, suggestions, please let me know in the comment box down below. Till next time, bye!